Hey guys, how are you? Here today I'm going to be doing a tutorial showing you a very glowy and yummy makeup look for summer. That's why I'm showing a little bit of skin today because we're gonna do also a little bit of body makeup. So without any further ado, let's get started. I know you're gonna like this one. Okay, perfect. Today I'm going to be playing with a lot of new makeup. I have here Huda Beauty, I have some makeup from ColourPop, I have the new palette from Patrick Ta, and I have also body makeup from Makeup Revolution that I actually bought recently and I was super excited to play with it. So that's why I came out with this idea, because right now a lot of brands are coming out with body makeup. I think because of summer, everybody's going to pool parties and stuff like that, or have their vacations and stuff like that. They want to look all glam up. So I'm going to be showing you my techniques on how I do it whenever I have like a swimwear shoot, or maybe an editorial makeup that requires also a little bit of body shine here and there. So let's start with the face first, because it's actually the longest process. And for the face, I'm going to be trying this new face body foundation from Soul Body. This is the sister brand of ColourPop, and this I already tried on myself because I was very curious to see how it performed, and I already tried on the face and it has a very beautiful finish. So let's start with that. I'm going to do my face makeup first because my eyes are gonna be super quick and easy. Whenever I do something like this, I don't want to do nothing heavy on the eyes. Let's start with that, but first let's prep our skin with a little bit of serum. So I don't like to prep my skin heavily because I have combination skin. So whenever I do glowy makeup, my makeup is going to look glowy anyways by, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours after I apply it, because I have combination skin. But I like to apply at least a little tiny bit of something, whether it's a serum or a moisturizer or something in my face, so I have that shield of protection there. If you're going out during the day, I will say also wear your SPF. Right now I'm doing this makeup just for you guys, but if you're going out, if you wanna try this look, make sure that you apply your SPF, and you can use whatever SPF you like. If you wanna know my favorite brands of SPF and all that, I have a video here in my channel. I'm gonna link it here or in the description below, so you can check out the brands that I love for SPF for face and body. Let's do the foundation. I'm going to be applying this all over my face. I'm gonna use a sponge because I wanna do it quick, but this foundation is beautiful. It does look very nice on the face, and it has a beautiful sheer finish. So that's perfect whenever you wanna do a glowy type of fresh finish makeup, because your sheer foundations actually have a lot of emollients sometimes. It's more like your skin but better type of finish. So for that type of finish, they usually have like hyaluronic acid or a little bit more of glycerin or anything like that that makes the skin look plump and super nice. And I love that the shade I chose, which is medium 10, is like spot on. You guys can see it there. It's the same exact shade of my skin, which is amazing. I have to be proud of myself because I always miss, whenever I buy online, I always miss my shade. I don't know why I have that issue all the time. I shouldn't, because I'm a makeup artist, right? But I guess for other people, I always like have the shades spot on. But on me, I always buy a shade that either is too light or too dark. Okay, I'm going to start with the face, like I said. I'm not gonna apply anything on my chest and my shoulders yet. I'm going to focus only on my face as of now. And you can see this foundation is beautiful. is gorgeous. I really love how it looks. For a creamy consistency also on concealer, I'm going to be using the Pretty Fresh concealer from also ColourPop. I really love this concealer too. It has a great consistency, very creamy, and it does the work or the job, whatever. And that's all I'm gonna apply. I know it looks like a lot, but I only focus it on the center part of my under eye because that's where I have more dark circles or darkness. So I'm going to be applying it only there, and just with the rest, whatever is left in my brush, I'm going to touch like the outer part very gently. If you need more coverage, apply a little bit more where you need it the most, like this. Remember that this type of looks are for you to look natural but glam up. Like, I know it's difficult because you are using makeup, but you wanna look also super natural. We're gonna try to use the less powder possible, but if you need powder, I do need powder. Just use it in the center of the face mainly because that's where oiliness always come through. Generally, unless you have a full oily skin, generally the center of the face is the most oily part of your face. So just use your powders on the center of the face. I'm gonna let the concealer cook a little bit just to mix with my skin and make sure that everything is fine with the foundation and everything. So I'm gonna work all the creams right now. And for bronzer, I'm going to be trying this new bronzer from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Putty Bronzer, and the shade I have here is Bronze Belle. And I will use a brush to apply this. And I'm going to dab it on my skin very gently, like this. And I'm going to do it a little bit high up so I can also like define my cheek area, like this. It's beautiful. It's very nice. It goes in very nicely. It's very pigmented, but it's blendable. You can see I apply a lot here, but see how well it blended. Nice. Let me move my hair away. Let's do a little snatch on the nose. Very gently. Everything is going to be super gently and super minimal. You want it to look very natural all the time, especially if you're going to a pool party or something like that. You don't want the makeup to look too heavy, because if you go inside the water or something like that and it gets removed or something, you don't want the people to see like, oh my gosh, she's a completely different person now. Because it got removed with the water. So just natural, keep it natural. I'm gonna leave the bronzer there, but you can see my face is already snatched and I'm looking bronzy and everything. So I'm gonna keep it very minimal, and like this I think is enough. I'm going to move now to a cream blush, and I'm gonna be using this one from Jason Wu, and this is Cannoli from the Hot Fluff. This is called Hot Fluff Cheek and Lip product, I think. The name is going to appear here, the correct name. So I'm gonna use my brush too. I'm gonna use another one, and I'm going to dab this product also high up because I want my face to look snatched and lifted. And that blush is beautiful, and it has a super gorgeous undertone. It's like a burnt orange undertone. And I'm a blush person, so I like to apply a lot of blush, but you can do blush however you want. You don't have to do it like I'm doing it. I'm applying a lot, I know, but I love blush. And I'm going to apply a little bit here in the brow bone to make it look like everything's coming together, and a little here on the bridge of the nose, whatever is left in the brush. Perfect. This is how I love my blush to look, and you can see I haven't applied any type of powder, anything like that, and you can see like the face is not looking too heavy or too glowy. If you want like a glowier type of finish, you can also apply or mix your foundation with a little bit of oil, face oil, and it will give you a more illuminated type of finish. But like this, I'm loving it. It looks fresh, it looks nice. I'm going to emphasize the glow using this new product from Huda Beauty. This is a cream highlighter and it's the Nymph Glaze Skin Glowing Perfector. And the shade I have is Aphrodite. With my fingers, I'm going to be applying this product. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to apply tiny bits first and keep it super high up. With my fingers, it's applying beautifully. And it will give me that wet finish that I'm looking for. Look at that, gorgeous. Let's apply a little bit more. You can always emphasize the glow by applying a little bit more or going on top of the cream with a little bit of the powder highlighter. But look at that glow, gorgeous. I'm doing a little bit on my brow bone. I know I'm going to apply a little bit of a eye situation there, but I still want some shine there. Some of this beautiful highlighter there. And I like to do it here, like in the apples, because when I smile, then it shows super nice. So I like to do a little bit on my apples too. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. And I'm gonna do a little bit on the bridge of the nose, like this. You can even do a tiny bit on your forehead if you have dry skin. That will actually show off super nicely, like this. If you think that you apply too much, you can always go back with your foundation brush or sponge and go over it. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna apply a little there because I want to see the glow. But if you did much and you don't want to look like you are sweaty, then you go over with your sponge or foundation brush and it will hide a little bit of the glow situation. But I'm loving this. Look at that, guys. Gorgeous. This is amazing. This is beautiful. Okay, I do want to apply a little tiny bit of powder, and for that I'm going to use my gorgeous powder from e.l.f. You know, I talk about this a lot. I'm going to apply just a tiny bit in the center of the face. So I'm going to take just a tiny bit and keep it on the center of the face. So here, just a tiny bit under my eyes, just to set a little bit of the concealer there in my chin area and the top of my lips, like this. And that's it. I'm not gonna apply any more powder. If I want to go over a little bit with my bronzer, I'm going to use this one from, I have used it already and I love it, from Huda also. And I'm going to take a very tiny bit of it with this brush. I'm loving this brush from A-Show. It's amazing. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of the product. If you want to emphasize a little bit more the bronzer, I will suggest go over with a not shimmer but glowy finish type of powder, because that's going to help you with keeping the same flow of a glowy type of makeup. And you just go over and set that bronzer. I think I needed a little bit more. And this powder is beautiful because it's not matte, it's not extremely glowy, and it gives a beautiful finish. Gorgeous. But look at that, guys. I'm in love with the highlighter. I'm in love with it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to move now to the eyes, and let's do something very quick and easy. And I'm gonna use Patrick Ta's. I hate this because look at that. That's my fingerprints. Patrick Ta's new eyeshadow palette, which I enjoy a lot. I already used it and it's beautiful. And I'm gonna do 2 shades only. I'm going to use 1 shade on my entire lid with a very fluffy brush. I'm gonna go over this shade here called Scandal, I think. Let's hope. Because the names are in the back and sometimes it is a little bit confusing for me. I'm gonna take that shade all over my lid. That shade is almost like the same tone of my skin, but it's going to help me define a little bit my lid. I wanted to use the cream ones, but they're too dark, and I think for this look that I want to do, I want to keep it on the lightest eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna do that, and what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna use a third shade, and with a little tiny pencil brush, I'm gonna take the shade called Mother, and I'm going to basically use that shade in the bottom part just to define a little bit here in the lash line area, still keeping it very light. This is a very light brown shade. The same shade, I'm gonna use it for my bottom part here, keeping it super light and beautiful. I'm going to extend it a little bit just to give it more definition there. I'm gonna extend it to the outside. And the third shade that I said that I wanted to use, let me see, this one or maybe, okay, I'm gonna use this shimmer here on top called Opulence, and I'm going to apply it in the center of the lid to give more of a shimmery finish there. If you want more of a wet finish that we can do, actually, we can apply on top a topper shade, maybe this one called Lady, just a tiny bit in the center of the lid. I'm going to show you how. With my fingers, I am applying this one, Opulence. I'm keeping it in the center of the lid, not going too into the inner or outer, just keeping it in the center. I just want to give the illusion that the lid is kind of wet, so that's why I love to keep it in the center. So what I'm gonna do is with Lady, which is the topper shade, I'm going to go into the center and go up to the brow bone. So the center and to the brow bone a little bit, so when we turn, we see that illusion that it's wet, but it's not. And it actually goes super nicely with the kind of wetness that we're playing in here in the cheek area. Look at that, beautiful. If you want more definition in your eyes, you can add some liner, and I'm gonna do that to show you how. I would suggest, if you're doing this look for going into a pool party or something like that, that you use a waterproof liner, of course. But for this, I'm not gonna do a waterproof liner. I'm gonna do a regular one. And I'm gonna do this ColourPop Brouhaha liner. This is like a very dark chocolate brown shade, you can see there. And I'm going to define basically the shape of my eye. So I'm gonna apply it in the waterline, going into the inner corner, and then in the top lash, I'm going to keep it very close to my lash line. I'm not gonna be doing a cat eye, it's just to define over there my eye shape. And this will also help your lashes look fuller. And you can see the difference between one eye, this one that I did, and this one that doesn't have anything. You can see this one looks more like defined, awake, and all that. And you see this one looks like super natural. It looks cute, but this one looks more glam. Especially if you're gonna do pictures, you want that to be very defined. So let's do the same thing in the other eye. Okay, perfect. Now we've defined already our eyes. So this is generally all I do whenever I do this type of looks, that I want a glowy but natural type of makeup. If you want to do a line, if you want to do a cat eye or something like that, we'll keep it super simple, very tiny, minimal. And I would suggest to do those half cat eye that is going on right now, that they do only like the outer half. I would suggest something like this that is not a full-on cat eye type of look, because it's too much for a swim or glowy makeup like this. Something else that I always suggest is not using false lashes, but if you are a person that use false lashes, that love that, I would suggest something very simple and wispy, that is not like, it doesn't have a lot of hair or stuff like that, so it doesn't look like they're not your lashes. And what I do is apply a lot of mascara, and that's it. So let's do that. I'm gonna be using the Nabla Mayor Pressure Mascara. I really love that one. And also, if you're gonna be into the water, if you're gonna go inside the water, use waterproof mascara, of course. So I applied tons of mascara now. And one thing that I love to do also is apply a little highlight on my inner corner. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the same Lady shade that I used before with a tiny brush. I'm going to apply that shade here. That also gives me more definition in my eyes. I feel like it brings a lot of light also to my eyes. I like to do that. I like to take it a little bit upwards also, like this. Very cute. I love this eyeshadow palette also, is gorgeous. You need to grab it if you haven't. It's very, very nice. And I think I need a little bit more of this beautiful blush. I think I removed it when I was doing my mascara. Yeah. And also, I have another product here from Huda that I really want to try, and it's this gorgeous highlighter. This is a blush highlighter situation. It's the Nymph Kiss Glow Blush. And look at this. It looks amazing. And I'm super excited and also curious to see how it looks. I'm going to use this brush. And I'm going to apply basically where I applied this glowy cream. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. It has like a little duochrome effect to it. It doesn't look very natural. I'm going to be completely honest because of that duochrome effect, but it's gorgeous. I love it. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. I don't know if the camera is getting what I'm seeing here in person. I hope it does show you guys how the color shifts and how glowy it is. Oh my god, gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't wanna keep applying a bunch of stuff. But I think with the eyes and everything, we're done. Let me do my brows very quick. For brows, use your favorite brow product. I'm gonna be using the Brow Blade by Relove by Revolution. And basically on your brows, what I will suggest is using your favorite brow product and setting it very well. Because if you go into the water, you don't want first the brows to bleed. So if you use a product that gets removed with water easily, that's not gonna work. I would suggest using a brow pomade or something that is going to be long lasting. And maybe you want to set your brows using a strong brow gel or even soap, and that will help you keep the brow up for a long time. And I like to do my brows when I do this look. I like to make my brows look very fluffy. So I like to brush them up like this and keep them almost like up all the time, and apply my brow gel the same way and just keep them very fluffy and natural. So let's do the gel. The gel, I'm gonna use the same from Relove by Revolution, and I'm going to brush them up like this. This gel is not the strongest, I'm going to be honest, but since I'm doing this and then I'm going to remove it and go to sleep, I'm not using like anything super long lasting. But I would suggest the Brow Freeze by Anastasia Beverly Hills is my favorite at the moment. It's super long lasting. So that one is going to be like your best friend if you're going into the water, because that thing doesn't move. I haven't tried the NYX Cosmetics Brow Glue. I'm super super curious about it. I have to buy it and see how that one works, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills works amazing. I think for makeup, we're done. I'm going to do my lips. For lips, do whatever you want. I love glossy and yummy lips, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use first the Jen Atkins by e.l.f. Cosmetics with the Brighted Brown. And I'm going to line my lips. I'm going to do a nude yummy lip. So I want just a hint of this color, because this one is a little corally, the actual color of the lipstick. I'm using my finger just to remove the excess, because I want just a hint of color, not much. That's why I'm dabbing the color like this. And that's what I want. And then on top of it, I'm going to use a gloss. And for gloss, I really want to try this one here from Alamar Cosmetics. This one is the Tesoro. It looks so good. It's the Besos de Perla Shimmery Liquid Lip Balm. Look at that color. Looks amazing. And I really want to try it. So let's see how it looks. Ooh. Oh my God. Looks beautiful. Oh my God. Smells so good. Yeah, I love how it looks like all together. Everything is super glowy, super glossy. And even if you want to apply gloss in your lids, that's the look also. And now let's do a little bit of body makeup to tie everything together. So the first thing I like to make sure is if my skin, like my face, is the same color as my chest, and if I'm gonna be showing a little bit of shoulder, if it's the same color. Right now I like how it looks, so I'm gonna keep it like this, and I'm just going to emphasize like a little bit of the shine and all that. For that, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Liquid Lava. And whenever I do body makeup, I don't like to use my hands because it gets horrible. So I like to use this, and I'm gonna use one of these plastic things from the eyeshadow palettes to apply the product. Let me just make sure it's super nice. And I'm going to place the product here because I don't want really to get my hands all dirty. And I'm gonna use a brush like this one and go in with it and apply it everywhere. Make sure that I'm getting my neck, my chest. Wow, this is super glowy. Look at that. Woo! Amazing. Smells like coconut. I will suggest to do this before you get dressed because you're gonna stain your clothes, but I'm not gonna be naked here doing the video, of course. Let's do my shoulders. Gorgeous, look at that. Woo! Let's do the other shoulder. This is gorgeous. It's amazing. I love the shade. Look at that. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Looks beautiful. And I wanna play with the stick. The stick is called Mega Bean Stick Face and Body Highlighter. Let me see. Wow, it's a little. Let me get the brush and do this better, just in case that is too much. Let me look at the mirror and do it here on top, right here in my brow bone, my bone here. Ooh. You see a difference? I don't see any difference because maybe I didn't apply a lot of it. Let's do here. Let's do it this way. Oh my God. We're playing here, as you can see. Wow, this is gorgeous. Look. Okay, I love it. Let's do more here. This is too dark for my face, but in my body looks beautiful. Wow, look at that. Ooh. I'm loving this. So generally this is all I do. If you want your collarbone to show a little bit, you can do some cream bronzer and just like define your collarbone. But I love this look over here. Like I really love how it's looking right now, and I'm gonna leave it like this, super glowy. It looks like I'm wet. That sounded a little bit weird. Let's do more highlighter because more is more when it comes to this. Now that the body is like this, I want to emphasize a little bit more the highlighter here. And you know what? I'm not gonna do cream. I'm gonna go with some of this highlighter by Huda, also the new ones that she released not too long ago. And I'm gonna go with this one here on top. And just emphasize a little bit more the highlighter that we have. Because I think that when I applied the blush, it ate up a little bit of the highlighter that was going on. Yes, like this. Gorgeous. Oh, yes. Yes. That's what I wanted. A little bit more of glow. And I want to do something a little bit more in here. So we have that shine there. I don't do this all the time, but for pictures it's amazing. And a little bit on the chin because that's where the light hits. So if I do this, you see here the shine. I think I applied too much. Let me fix it a little bit here. There you go. Like so you have here your and if you want the collarbones also to show off a little bit more, you can apply more of this highlight in here to give your collarbone a little bit more of shine. So perfect, guys, that's it. This is the final look. As you can see, super glowy and ready for your pool party or your swimsuit photo shoot or anything that you have going on that you want to look a little bit more glowy and ready for summer. I know that right now here in Florida it's raining like every single day almost, but whatever you are, for sure, if you have a beach near you, I know that you're gonna hit the beach someday. So I hope this look is super helpful for you if you wanna wear something like this to go out and enjoy the summer. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up if you like this video and share it with your friends. And I see you on the next one. I can't get enough of me in this glow. Bye bye. Yo. Yo.